Hey there, welcome to the Daring to Differ podcast. I am your host, Anaki. So, a lot of us start new things, right? I'll call them projects. And these projects are things that we have probably thought for a very long time. And then one day we decided, you know what? I am going to act on it. And then we start executing these projects, be it whatever business that you have created or whatever venture that you've created, whatever concept that you've formulated from scratch, right? And then you start implementing it. And then you realize that as time passes, sometimes we let go those brilliant ideas. We let go those brilliant businesses that we have started. We let go of those whatever we have initiated and we fell in love initially, but with time we just see it sort of just flying away from us, or rather evaporating away from us into thin air. And now you wonder, why is that the case? How do you move from this excited person to implement that idea that you had to this person who is no longer motivated to run with it, who is no longer motivated to show up? Why does that happen? I still want to understand, how do you move from this person who's driven to get this idea off the ground to this person who no longer is even willing to think about this idea anymore because it's just daunting on them. How do we get there? Is it because maybe we don't show up enough, or is it because the going gets difficult, and because it's difficult we don't find then other we don't find motivation to keep going? Or is it because maybe then the environment that we're operating from is always changing, and because of these nuances we are then not motivated to adopt as things are evolving, and we let go of our ideas? I'm really just trying to understand, how do we get there? Because when I look at people that are really doing good in life, right? Be it international people or even just our local people, you notice that there's something in them, and that is tenacity. They're able to hold on to that, what they started early, and they've pushed it for years, not 5 years, not 10 years, not 20 years. And this way, you are able to see that they've become a different person, or they're operating as different people, simply because they've put in the time to hold onto that idea and to nurture it. By holding, I mean being there, doing the work that surrounds that idea, and they're able to craft their art. And whatever art that they have then crafted over the years is an art that is changing people's lives, is an art that we are drawing motivation and inspiration from. But we're able to draw inspiration and motivation from their art because they held on it. Now I'm thinking, so when we let go of our brilliant ideas, or when we let go of our brilliant projects, are we not are we not ending things early and preventing more people from benefiting it had we pursued further? So what is that thing that you are willing to hold on for a long time and mold it until the impact is gonna until the impact rather will be felt, not only by your children, not only by your generation, but even by generations to come? Because I believe these people who were able to do extraordinary things, they were at some point just ordinary people like me and you. But what is that special about them that they're able to outperform everybody? And what is so different that me and you cannot emulate from and also implement? But at least I also then have the little evidence in my life to say that the things that I've held on for a very long time, I'm able to see the change that they've given to me as a result of holding on to them. And one of these thing, I'm calling it a thing, but one of the things that I've done was personal development, or rather making sure that I am continuously developing myself and strengthening my my self identity, myself having that awareness of who Anarchy is, or the type of person that I want to be in life. And I've been able to move from a person that was lost to a person who has more clarity in her life. But I still believe that I have more potential, right, to do more. So do you also then have potential. I believe we all have potential as individuals, but perhaps then the question is, how best will I unleash that potential? How best will I be able to continuously evolve and become this different person that God has ordained me to be? But to get there, I believe I have to hold on to something long enough to see the transition, to see the change. Do I have the capacity to hold on for a long time? Do I have the capacity? I'll say yes, I have the capacity. But am I willing to show up daily? Are you willing to show up daily? And even in the projects that I want to implement personally, am I willing to show up consistently and get to the other side? Because a lot of us don't cross the other side where the fruits are, the other side where there's impact. In most cases, we're always caught up in the activities, and these activities, they become daunting. And when we feel the pressure, when we become weary, we then give up. Are we willing to hold on for a long time? And sometimes holding on for this long time, things will not be clear. But as long as we are making progress, let me dare you, let me dare myself also to identify that one thing that you believe you can execute so good, and you're willing to put in the work and hold on for a long time and make that transition, move from where you are today to that other side, knowing that it's not going to take you 2 years, it's not going to take you 5 years, it's not probably going to take you 10 years, but you're willing to hold on for that long. Let me dare you. Think about it. What is that thing that you're willing to hold on for a very long time? Personally, I decided, now that I'm turning 34 this year, right? I decided I want to live an extraordinary life at least by 40. So by 40, that's like 6+ years from now. It's going to take me long, but I'm willing to hold on to putting in the work for me to live an extraordinary life. I was just thinking the other day in terms of, what does even extraordinary entail for me? Is this just a word that I'm spitting out? What does it even mean? I can't tell you the answer now. I need to put in the work. I need to understand it. What does living an extraordinary life mean for me? And these are the things sometimes we start just through you having a light bulb moment. And it sounds all beautiful and significant and out of this world. But if you don't hold onto it long, onto that thought for a long time, it will vanish in thin air. And then your life just becomes um, the same year in, year out. But because I've chosen that I want to live an extraordinary life, it's now my responsibility daily to think about, and ask myself, what does it really mean to live an extraordinary life? And review the things that I'm doing daily to see, are they really contributing to this extraordinary life that I envision? Am I willing to hold on for a long time? I'm just daring myself. I'm literally daring myself to hold on because I want my life to be barely recognizable for when I'm 40. I need to see that transformation. And it's going to take me at least 6 years to get there. And this is something organizations do. Organizations have strategic um, plans in place, right? They even have like midterm review where they are reviewing their strategic plan in terms of saying, I need to be here by then. We need to be here by then, sorry, as an organization. And come mid-year, they are reviewing, or mid-term, they are reviewing, are they about to get to that? In my personal life, am I also applying that strategy, focus, or intervention in my life? Or am I just living an ordinary life that has no strategy? It just sounds interesting. So identify that one thing that you're willing to hold on for a long time. And you're willing to put it, maybe it might not be clear today. Even for me, my I can even say maybe my so-called extraordinary life might not be clear today as I say these words. But with time, if I hold on for long, if I continue refining it, if I continue refining this idea, and with time finding the ingredients that will contribute to this extraordinary life, then maybe when the time comes, by grace or with the grace of God, then maybe my life will become barely recognizable. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that I am daring myself to hold on long to this thought, and reminding myself daily. And hopefully in the process, I'm then also changing who I am. Let me dare you. Identify that thing that you're holding, that you're willing to hold on for a long time, and see what it ends up one day when you've given it enough time, when you've crafted enough, when you've molded it enough, you know? So that's it from me. This is Daring to Differ, and I am Anarchy. Welcome to the Daring to Differ podcast. I am your host, Anarchy. Welcome to the Daring to Differ podcast. Welcome to the Daring to Differ podcast. I am your host, Anarchy. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I don't know, it doesn't. But usually speaks very loud, and it's just low.